Everyone, it's Brian back again, and we're going to keep building the Lupus Rex 144 Master Grade Gundam. We did the head and body today, and always in the instructions it says, it doesn't want you to put these guys together until you've got like the arms and legs and waist. You put it all together like at once. But I'm the guy. I want to put my head on the body. Just you can see we put the panel lining in, and that kind of added some shading to his face. Face there. It's hard to get a good close up on these guys. I know my camera's not great on that. It's a decent webcam, but you can just see the panel lining darkened it in a little bit. So I've got my cotton for the panel lining. Actually, that can all go over to the side. Let's bring out the tools. Again, the 1144, the tools you're supposed to be using: the file, the clippers, tweezers. So we can put the rest away. And we're going to be building the shoulders and arms, I believe. See the action poses for the weapons. It's got a very big club. I say he, it's a robot. It's sexless. Not unlike my love life. Today, the insults will be directed entirely at me. Okay. So we're going to start with, we're doing some stickers right away. C32 and B23. Again, there are only 4 trays here. Been a while since I built a Gunpla. This one looks pretty rad. Yeah, this is the remade version, I think, from Season 2 of Iron-Blooded Orphans. But on the whole, Iron-Blooded Orphans have some really rad designs that I like a lot. I don't know the TV shows, but for a while when I was buying Gundam model kits, I was getting a lot of Iron-Blooded Orphans. Gundam Build Divers I've heard it's a terrible show, but they have some neat looking Gundams. Like there's the one the furry guy has. It's like part lion, part tiger, and that's really cool. Okay, so B23 and C32. These things start to break once you start working them, but that's okay. B23. B23. You sunk. No. We won't do that joke. That's a blue one right here, so we're just going to kind of break that loose. Happy Father's Day, everyone. I hope you have a good and healthy relationship with your dad. I do with mine. He's a wonderful man. We had a good talk. He moved this year, so this is the first year he's not in Illinois, and that's a little rough. But, he's in a good place in Arizona. I forget, Scarsdale, I want to say. But that might not be right. And then we get C32. Problem with the C when it looks the same from back or front, so you got to find the numbers. And they're both numbered 32, so you can take either one. So that'll be a complete match. Didn't like build divers. Well, that's fair. That's fair. But I don't build Gundams because I like the TV show, even though I have watched some of Iron-Blooded Orphans Season 1. I build them because I like the design models. I build them because I enjoy building things with my hands. Like I mentioned yesterday, it's the manual dexterity. I find it very relaxing. I need 11 and 12 on the stickers, and that's going to be some of these little yellow ones right here. So we're going to get 11 up. This is where the tweezers really come in handy with these tiny, tiny stickers. You can just get it under and peel it up, and you've got it good and ready to go. Kind of work it in there gently. Here we go. That's 11. So this should be pointed down, and 11 will go here. There's a little indent that matches the sticker. It's kind of fighting me, unfortunately. Let's see if I can just get it off the tweezers there, and we'll just kind of gently work it in. There we go. That's right there. And let's put 12 in, and we'll just go on the other side of that one. Try and get it loose a little. And once they're on there, you really can just kind of nudge them into place, but they kind of slowly move if you push them because of the glue. All right. Just kind of press them in flat with your fingers. Try not to wiggle your finger around. Just put pressure on it. Up, down, up. Don't do that. So there we go. And again, you're kind of matching up how this looks in the picture. I believe we're just going to slide this in. Does that go in? Well, maybe not. These are like that. So I think it's kind of going. There we go. There we go. So that's like a shoulder plate on the shoulder armor. Yeah, some of these stickers are really tiny. Like I said, these are where these are worth having because you can just kind of work them in and kind of like stick them out and get them in there. All very scientific terms, I know. Next up this is the right arm we're building, by the way, A35. Oh, I'll just put these over here so I don't have to reach down so far. And A like C, kind of a mess. Anyway, 35. Oh, I see these all the time. These are one of these little pivoting joints. It'll have the little bar there that you attach onto. And that's going to. When I'm looking down, I'm looking at the instructions. So that's why you're getting a lot of my receding hairline today. We're going to. Okay, so there's just one long piece, and that goes on the exterior on the outside. And then there are these little 2 indents, and it's going to slide in between them. You just kind of push up, and it doesn't go very far, but now that's in there. Thank you, Fritz McGee. Hi, Geek. I'm a big fan. I'll do that Scottish. Hey, Geek, I'm a big fan. I've been watching you for years. Thank you, laddie. Hoot, man. Hoot. I just said I wasn't going to make fun of other people, and I'm doing a Scottish accent. Just ignore me. A24 and B17. Yeah, watch my video and ignore me. God, what? I need a long vacation, I tell you that much. A24, you see these a lot. These are these ball joints, and then you have another one, and then once they lock in together, you kind of have like a round little area with pegs that move and act as like like an elbow joint. A24 and B17. That one, I think I'm gonna have to clip some bits off. This, I think, yeah, it's a little rough, so we'll just run this a couple times until that smooths out. And that leaves like a little scarring, but since these are interior pieces, that's okay. So take this and attach it like such. Just push these 2 in. And then that one is going to lock on to the little piece right here. Just snap. There you go. See. Darren Gardner, aka Kid Cash 360, long live ECW. Love watching your material for years. Keep doing what you're doing, good sir. Thank you very much. Although maybe the Kid Cash wasn't an ECW reference, so maybe I blew that. Let's just keep on going. I hope everyone can. Let me move my road a little closer. And next is two long pieces, a B10 and a B12. And that is, here is the 10. That's just going to pop right out, really. Some of these come out real easy. Some you really got to work at a B12. Again, with these dark gray pieces, they're mostly interior, so you don't have to worry about them being too pretty. But there is a little bit of a nub there. We'll take off. Okay, ECW. There we go. I was at the very last ECW November to Remember. The main event was a double Jeopardy match. Jerry Lynn defending his title against Just Incredible and Steve Corino versus Sandman in the ring at the same time. So two singles matches going on at the same time. And then whoever won their match had to fight the winner of that other match. And two men got pinned at the same time. Then Steve Corino pinned Sandman to become the third to last TCW champion. Right before they went under, he dropped it to Sandman, who immediately lost it like 10 minutes later to Rhino. But he was like the last champion for the last stretch, and then like at the last pay-per-view, they changed those around. But yeah, that's you can see that on the WWE Network. It was never like a DVD or proper release, but I had a copy for a while. That's where the Sinister Minister blew his hand up. I'm just gonna James Mitchell. That's a fun little story for another day. Okay, these just slide together. And then I was also at my lip is bothering me again. I don't know what was happening yesterday. I was fine all day, and then I started talking too much, and it's like I get this weird feeling there. I was at the TNA pay-per-view Bound for Glory 4 when it was here in Illinois. In fact, if you go look at the main event on YouTube, the main event was Samoa Joe versus Sting. And on the thumbnail for Impact Wrestling, the thumbnail for that main event, you'll see me in a red shirt. Because me and my best friend were in the audience, and his fiance too. All three of us were there in a row, and Sting and Joe fought past us up into the crowd. So there's a shot of them in the crowd, and I'm on the thumbnail in a red shirt. So go Bound for Glory 4, IV if they used Roman numerals. Just Bound for Glory, Sting versus Joe. You'll see me on the thumbnail. You were there as well. Oh yeah, Jarrett versus that was a good match. They were all good matches. They had that the dome match. I forget what they called that thing. Christian Cage versus AJ Styles versus Booker T was there. The Beautiful People took on I think ODB and Angel's horrible girlfriend at the time who got him in jail. I mean, that was where Mick Foley made his debut for TNA. A lot of good memories. I got a lot of signed DVDs from that event that I still have. Anyway, let's get back to building the Gundam. I need B7 now. I'm kind of ignoring why I'm here. I'm just reminiscing about my pro wrestling attendance. B7 here. Oh, I had a piece broken off, and I didn't know what it was from. That's B7. There are two B7s. So that's good that I can just use this now. And that's going to just one of these pieces that just slides on there and connects. All right. I need D11 and A28. Tonight is Hell in the Cell. I'm going to do this for about an hour, then go grab a frozen pizza or something and probably watch that. And D11. There aren't too many on the D tray, I guess I should call it. Okay, that's D11. Down there. And we'll take this piece, and we're going up here. And this is like decoration. You can see these are like little styrated pipes because, it's mechanical. And that's just going to slide on here. Oh, and I dropped it, which does happen quite a bit. That's why I say build over a table, but this is the second time I've dropped it and it's gone off the table. I dropped something yesterday. Okay. We'll just thumb it in there. There it goes on there. And then this is going to lock in here, and this kind of goes up like this. D7, D10, and D8 are what I need next. D10, I'll just drop that there. D7, D10, D8 have two matching pieces, but D7 and D6 are different, so you got to make sure you grab the right one. 7. No, I apologize. D8 and D9 are different. There are D10 is two of the same, but the others have differences that I'm not aware of, but I'll take their word for it. All right, this is going to... These aren't numbered, so I can do them in any order. But just slide that. This is like a little... Okay, there's a peg on one side. You got to slide that into the hole. And this goes on top to give it two little pegs on either side at the joint. So that's kind of like, now you got a piece that does that. I've never painted any of my parts, but it's something I'd like to do one day. Like I said yesterday, if you want to see some really great customized Gundams, I saw some at hobby shops. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I've seen some amazing ones on Reddit at the Gunpla board. So go to Reddit, Gunpla, just Google that and they'll take you there. And they've got some amazing, amazing custom ones there that people have done. It's something I'd like to do at some point. Probably with a cheap kit like one of these. Like I got this at Target for $20, like, or $17.99. All right, now we're going to take this piece here. We're going to pull that out. I need C19 and C22. Get a little ahead of myself. Okay. C19. It's a long one here. And 22 is its kind of opposite. Ooh. Lie right out, so you got to be careful. Let's get some nubs off that. The white ones are exterior pieces, so you want to make sure they look really nice. And thankfully, when you scar white ones, they just scar white. Like everything else, when you kind of get down to the plastic underneath the paint job, it's usually like a white material. So white scarring isn't going to show up too much, as it will on like you get the gray. You get like a lighter gray when you start filing it down. This one looks okay. So we will put this one here, and we're going to take this little piece I just built, and that's going to go and attach to the top. Is that the... Yeah, okay. There's a hole there. We're going to just slide that in like so. Then we take this piece, and we're going to leave the bit down, and that is going to attach on the bottom. There's a little line there that'll go into a slot. And, well, how's that working? Is that right? Let's go. I'm just kind of look. You have to eyeball these sometimes. We're trying to fit this in on the leftmost part, but we're also... Okay, so these two pieces kind of have to go in together, and then you're going to shut this over it. So you just kind of put it in, you're putting this piece in, then putting this piece around it and kind of sealing it in. How are we doing today, guys? How are we doing? Now I need C6. Another white piece. Man, why the pieces got to be white? I did it again. I keep doing accents. That's just my nature. I don't mean it offensively. If I'm ever being a jerk, just tell me to shut up. I've got to put this piece on. That's going to cover up over here. I can just kind of feel it while I do it on camera. But match the holes up and just snap it in. There you go. There you go. Now I take C6. And that is going to go on this edge, this bit here. Again, you kind of match it up with your eyes to what they have on the book. Just slide that over the top a little. There we go. There we go. And the ball joint is going to go on the outside. Well, on the like this. So the black pieces are facing the dark gray, I should say, and then we're just going to slide it in on top like that. And this is the right arm. Let me I'll bring it up a little bit, but I need to. Okay. And then hands, B20 and C17. Now, hands are usually in one piece. With the master grade, they come with individual fingers, and that's a whole thing. But C17. Hands, it's usually pre-molded, and you just put like a plate on the outside. What am I looking for? C18. Here we go, right up here. I was kind of missing it because I was expecting it to be lower. Oh. And then B15, which is one of these. They gave him, he had normal hands before. Now in this second version, he's got like sharp claws. I got a garbage box down here. How does that look? Is there anything? That's okay. And this needs a little filing. There's a little nub there. Take that off. Okay, that's good. Very simple. It just clips on to the outside, like so. And that goes in here. Pop it in, and there is the arm. So now I'm going to do the panel lining. So we break out our cotton and put the body over here. One of our panel liners, I'm using black. They were supposed to be gray and black, but they didn't. That's okay. And we're just going to kind of go around any edges we see. Gently if possible. Okay, that's good. We're just going to get in there with a bit of cotton. Take off any smudges and kind of just line it up. Really, you just want to be able to work in there. Take off, you can see how this almost instantly smudges up, but that's good. It lines it up because you don't want it to look too black. It's just really providing shading and making all the pieces look like they're like individual pieces welded together instead of just injection molded. But now, see, that's lined it up nicely, but it doesn't look too dark. It's not so dark it's obvious. And any smudges on the outside were erased, leaving just like the crevice lining. Yeah, I don't feel like I need like a yellow and a gold, and I didn't get a lot of different panel lining markers, just black, I think. So let's work our way on the back now. Again, you do not have to be perfect, and I am not perfect. I'm making a big mess on these, but it'll come off, which is nice. And it kind of dirties them up a little, but that's okay because Gundams get dirty and look worn. And that creates a nice little, it just creates a nice little dimensional effect to them. Well, I don't normally draw too much on the black, but sometimes I will if I think it'll help. Yes. Again, I can't recommend the Gunpla page on Reddit enough. Look at that. Get yourself a nice kit like this because you're going to go through these really fast. Oh, let's see. Again, these are, creating just like it's a nice effect. It makes them pop a little. Gives the eyes something to latch onto. You know what I'm saying? Of course you do. And these are nice in like the hard to reach areas because you can just like wedge them in there and really just get in and they'll fill the space up themselves, the cotton balls. Yeah. And if there's one specific area you're trying to get, go for the swab. Maybe you can just kind of localize it where you're trying to lift up the blackness you just put down. Yeah, we'll do one here. Like I said, I don't normally. I can just put one in a circle. You can kind of tell. Yeah. So then we'll just lift it up a little too. And it's not a huge effect, but it does kind of create a shading. Well, I saw this on YouTube. They said use cotton swabs, and it really works to lighten, to lift them up and lighten them. Okay, and you're just kind of finding any little indents, and there are plenty of those, and drawing around them and in them. And then you just line them up. Just that easy. Just that easy. Sometimes it's hard to see in there and you're just kind of feeling your way around. Let's go back to the cotton swab for these kind of. Okay, that's looking good. That's looking good. Kind of need better lighting here. It's a little dark in my room. Okay. Just keep working our way around the Gundam. Yeah, there's a little smudge there I don't like. I'm trying to get up. Yes, I just licked my finger. Doesn't really want to come up. I may have maybe a little bit of scarring that picked up the ink. Well, sometimes you can't get everything up. 99% of the time you can. Well, yeah, but then you got black ink all over your hands and it's time to go to dinner. So what are you going to do? That's good. That's just like a chunk there, but this is more. They had the little W effect on that one. That's cool. Okay, well, let's get a new Q-tip going. I've never used a toothpick for coloring. I'd be interested to see how you do that. That's good. That's good. Let's get in there with the cotton swab. I think that'll help lift it up a little better. Yeah, that created a little bit of dark shading, more dark shading than I like on the top by the hand, you can see. But that's not terrible. That's not bad at all. I think overall it's an effect that works. Would I like it a little later? Yeah, but I can live with it. Let's do that. Okay. The shoulder fell off. That can happen. These things are not as solidly built as some of the larger units, so sometimes pieces will fall off, and you just got to put them back on again. And there's something like, I fall off. I fall on again. No, I don't know. Sounded smash mouthy. And that's a little darker than I'd like, but let me get a clean swab. Just kind of work it into the corners and the edges. Previously, I'd panel shaded 2 Gundams I'd finished building. This is the first time doing the panel lining as I'm building the pieces. Okay. Yeah, there's some lining on the gray, but I don't think I'd get too much of an effect on that. So we'll just keep going ahead with the white bits. Okay. Welcome to Brian's boring corner where he just draws marker and then erases it on model kits. So, yeah, that came up nicely. And then this bit here. Okay. Oh, parts still do fall off even for large master grade kits. I've got had that happen a lot. Some of the plastic molds just end up loose. That's why sometimes you might want to dab just a dab of crazy glue, especially on that head component they all seem to have. That falls off like crazy on just about every Gundam I have. We'll do, there's a couple of squares here we can fill in. As you can see those right there, and then we'll just do a light buffing. But that creates a nice, that darkens them in a little bit. I think we're almost done with this piece. Oh, there's some little work on the tips that I need to do. Unfortunately, the cotton swabs leaves little bits of cotton fibers that you got to pick off. Okay, that's good. Run it, buff around the edges there, and that'll take up any smudges you have on the outside. Oh, that's very nice. Okay. Then let's take a look here. Now, yeah, there's some bits I want to line here. Then on the blue, we'll get to that in a second. This is getting pretty dirty. Time to get a new swab. But yeah, that's okay. If you see any loose cotton fibers, you can just brush them off. Kind of hard to insert, but you just kind of take your time. Some people I saw fill in like little squares in little lowered areas, completely dark, and then do the brushing effect to leave them kind of permanently dark. But I don't know. This is almost, I can't even see the black bits over here on the blue. But there you go. Yeah. Oh, there we go. It's hard to see, but then yeah, I put the hexagon. I drew the lining around the hexagon, so that makes that easy. Stand out a little more. You're essentially just adding shading to these guys. So, okay, that is the right arm with panel lining. Should we add it on? Why not? Why not? Thank you, Rob Roy. I'm glad you enjoyed One Moment in Time. I had a lot of fun working with Lewis on that. There we go. So this is kind of how he's spinning the head down. With panel lining, I think he's starting to look pretty impressive for the size and scale of the model. Again, I got this one at Target. I haven't seen any there recently, so I don't know if you can still get them. But this is the later version of Barbatos from Iron-Blooded Orphans, the Lupus Rex version when they remodeled him according to the instruction manual. I am going to do the left arm privately. I will, because I'm not going to just repeat myself, but we'll probably jump back on here to do a leg later tonight. Well, maybe next weekend. We'll see. Probably I'm going to be watching the wrestling pay-per-view. And I got to go get some dinner. So I hope everyone enjoyed watching me build an arm for my Gundam. Keep doing these on the weekends because I work Monday through Friday into the evenings. That's why I'm not live streaming then, just on the weekends. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. I don't hope you learned something. I don't hope that. Why would I? They're better. You can find better instructors than I on how to build a Gundam. There are plenty of tutorials on YouTube. But, well, maybe if you did learn something, I wouldn't mind that. I don't hope you learned something, but if you did, I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me. Does that make sense? No? I don't. Why would it? Why should I make sense? I'm out of my mind. That's right. Peter Lorre, not Ren from Ren and Stimpy. Ren was based on Peter Lorre. Okay, I have a hard time getting out of conversations today. I was trying to say goodbye to my dad for like 20 minutes today and kept bringing up new stuff and talking. Thanks for joining me. Like this video, subscribe to my channel to get notifications for whenever I go live. Otherwise, follow me on the Last Angry Geek Facebook fan page or Reviewers United, or just follow me on Twitter at InGeekWeTrust. Have a great night and happy Father's Day, everyone.